Dr. Brian Prax, and I've been working with patients who have neuropathy since 2010. I've done over 1,200 cases, and I'm not sure why I haven't created a video on this particular point. So the topic of today is why your neuropathy symptoms are worse at night. It is such a common phenomenon and such a commonality amongst my neuropathy patients that we actually put it in our intake questionnaire, and that is, what does your neuropathy feel like at nighttime? Because it's such a thing that people feel it, they notice it, they wonder why, and I figured I should just do a video on this thing. So the number one reason, people like to do it backwards, huh? So we'll go backwards. Reason number 5 of the top 5 reasons why your neuropathy is worse at nighttime has to do with temperature. Now, regardless of whether your room is hot or cold, at night it's natural for your nervous system to lower your body's temperature. Research has actually indicated that opening up a window or keeping the temperature cool actually helps us to sleep better. But regardless, your body temperature always comes down at night when things are normal. And when you have neuropathy, when your temperature is reduced, this can make nerves more sensitive to pain. So although we don't want to bundle up too much, we also don't want to be freezing cold or chilling at night. But temperature, your body's lower temperature, can be a reason that can sensitize those nerves. All right. Number 4, the 4th reason, top 4 reasons as to why your neuropathy is worse at night can have to do with body position. Okay? When I'm sitting, all of my spine is stacked upon itself, but when I'm lying down, my body weight can actually put pressure on those nerves, particularly in the lower back. And if you don't have the right pillow, especially the regular pillow, it can crank your neck up like this, putting extra pressure into your neck. Okay, which can irritate the nerves here, which go down into the hands, the arms, and the fingers. And in the lower back, we often lose the curve in our back, depending on our bed. So that can put pressure directly on nerves, but even on the nerves like the infamous sciatic nerve that goes down your leg, and that can increase neuropathy symptoms at nighttime. There's another video here on how to solve all these things. First thing I like is make sure you get a comfortable and supportive pillow. I like the cervical pillows that support the natural curve in the neck. It's not right for all patients. But the next thing so many people talk about, especially people who are selling you mattresses, but it is true. Your mattress is really important. I like supportive, but I like the cushion on the top as well. So on our bed, we have I think it's a 3-inch cushion on the top. So I have support underneath and a bit soft on the top. Now everybody's different on that, but get a mattress that feels right for you. It's kind of like shoes. You want to make sure you try it out and make sure that it feels comfortable to you. All right. Number 3, in the top 5 reasons why your neuropathy symptoms are worse at night has to do with stress. Now there's lots of types of stress. There's chemical stress, which comes from drugs, alcohol, food. And then there's emotional stress that comes from, well, everywhere in this modern world. But there's chemical stress, there's physical stress, like car accidents, injuries, illness. These types of stress increase certain hormones in the body, particularly cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. When cortisol increases, then your nerves become more sensitive. Why? Because your body feels like it's in a stressful situation, like a bear is attacking you, and all systems are alert, right? So stress can increase neuropathy symptoms all the time, but it's worse at nighttime. Now, next one, number 2, the second top reason why your neuropathy symptoms are worse at nighttime comes from sleep disturbances. Why would we not be sleeping if we have neuropathy? Well, because you're in pain. And wait till I get to number 1. The reason you're in pain at nighttime comes from reason number 1, but neuropathy itself can disturb sleep. You're up at night, feels like your feet are on fire, you got them in a campfire, stabbing pains, muscle spasms, all the things, even the burning, the tingling, all these symptoms can wake you up or not allow you to get to sleep. Ironically, when you're not sleeping well, that causes those negative stress hormones to be raised inside of your body, like cortisol that we were talking about, and elevated levels of cortisol due to lack of sleep increases your nerve sensitivity, among other things. Now, as we've all been waiting for, the number one, in my opinion, the number one top reason as to why your neuropathy symptoms are worse at nighttime has to do with fewer distractions. So think about it. Throughout the day, let's take me for example. I'm focusing on bringing you this message. I'm focusing on sitting up. My brain is seeing the sunlight coming in. I'm hearing my own voice. You're out there, you're at your coffee shop, you're hearing people, you're focusing on your husband or your wife. You got to drive the grandkids somewhere. Your brain is focused on other things. And there's a region of the brain called the reticular activating system. It's pretty amazing. It's deciding what's important right now. And a lot of it has to do with not only survival, but it has to do with maintaining activities within your daily life, like doing things and getting things done. So as you're going throughout your day, you're focusing on this and then that, and then you got to the post office and then you got this, and I got to remember to call my Aunt Tina. You got all these things that you're focusing on, and so the brain decides, I got to work on all these things. Let me not focus on my neuropathy symptoms right now. These things are more important. The brain, like a switch, can just turn it off. But there's other things that your body is not seeing either, your brain is not seeing either. So there's no light. So there's nothing for our eyes, the sensory system of the eyes, to pick up on. There should be no hearing. I hope you don't have your TV or the radio on, but there should be no senses coming into hearing because it should be quiet and it should be dark. Okay. Now the other thing is we're not moving around. So even as I'm just moving around like this, exercise or walking, all of these joints and muscles and tendons are firing up to the brain. So the brain's having to decide on all that. Well, when you're sleeping, or at least lying down at nighttime, there are fewer distractions. So what does your brain have to focus on? The body. Right? The sensations of the body is really all it has. There's nothing else for the reticular activating system to decide on. So the number one reason is fewer distractions. The reality is your neuropathy symptoms aren't worse at nighttime for the number one cause. It's just that you're more aware of it. We have lots of other videos to handle these issues that I just talked about, from stress to pillows to mattresses and other things in this channel to help you dial this in. But sleep time, sleeping, recuperation is the most important thing for healing your neuropathy. But I thought I would cut a video on how, or really the top 5 reasons why you feel your neuropathy worse at nighttime. If you experience it at different times, or you like this video, or you have your own comments, please comment below. I do read them, I do respond to them, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you for listening, and